I remember staring at my screen at exactly 3 p.m., feeling like the lights in my brain had just been shut off. I was sharp all morning, but by the afternoon, my eyelids were really heavy, my focus felt shattered, and my patience was completely gone. If you're a man who runs his own business like I do, I'm guessing you know this exact feeling too. And if you're like me, a lot of the times you probably try to push through it by pouring a third cup of coffee or grabbing an energy drink. And you tell yourself that you just need to force your way through the rest of the day. But the truth is you don't. Your business proves that you're an incredibly capable man. But right now, you're trying to fix a physical energy leak with a temporary stimulant. Welcome to the Resurrection Series. I am Acusio Bivona. The world will often tell men like us that the afternoon crash is just the cost of doing business. They sell us the energy drinks and tell us to push harder. But we don't deal in common stereotypes. We deal in physical reality. Your 3 p.m. crash is not a caffeine deficiency. It's really a severe hardware leak. And your physical foundation simply can't support the mental demands of your day. So today, I'm going to show you the exact truth of this energy drop, and we will map out how to rebuild your physical foundation to eliminate the crash and reactivate the man. And let's begin by looking at the truth of how your body processes energy. Your muscle tissue isn't just for picking up heavy things. It's the actual engine that burns your fuel and regulates your blood sugar. When you spend years sitting at a desk, running your operation, and letting your physical training go dormant, that muscle shrinks, which is known as atrophy. And without that muscle, the food you eat doesn't get processed as efficiently. It spikes your blood sugar, and then it drops you completely. So you can't solve a physical crash by pouring more coffee into the machine. Coffee is just a temporary loan that borrows energy from tomorrow to get you through the rest of today. So to stop the crash permanently, you have to rebuild that physical hardware that actually processes your fuel. And I know personally exactly how the system failure can feel. A few years ago, my life took a massive hit. My relationship vanished, a massive contract evaporated, and the circle I trusted disappeared. As you can imagine, the stress was immense, and I was spending all my energy just trying to navigate the fallout. And as a result, in the beginning, I began to let my physical training slip a little bit. But very quickly, I also felt my baseline softening. My 3 p.m. crash turned into an all-day mental fog. And I realized that if I allowed my physical infrastructure to remain dormant, I would never execute the comeback that I was designing. I would never get back to the man I was and grow past that. I had to rebuild my physical foundation if I wanted my mental clarity to return. And in conjunction with that, I had to force my body to adapt as well. So how do we stop this energy leak and execute that comeback? Well, unfortunately, you can't outthink a physical crash. You must execute a standard that rebuilds your engine. And there are 3 steps to reactivate the machine. Step 1, lift heavy weight. You must move heavy weight, because when you apply controlled physical tension to your body, you force your system to build and, more importantly, to keep that dense muscle mass. And that muscle becomes the engine that stabilizes your daily energy. It provides undeniable proof to your body that physical strength is required, which pulls your highest capacity back online. Step 2 is you must secure the fuel line. You can't build the strongest version of yourself on convenience food. You anchor your daily intake in high quality protein, aiming for roughly 1 gram per pound of your ideal body weight. And you give your system the exact physical resources it needs to rebuild the hardware and eliminate the blood sugar spikes. And step 3 is protecting your sleep. Stop relying on stimulants to force yourself through the afternoon. We prioritize our sleep so that our body can repair itself, and you allow the natural, steady energy of a rebuilt body to carry the load throughout the day. If you're watching this, chances are you've built an incredibly successful life, but you're also leaving a massive percentage of your power buried simply because your biological infrastructure is leaking energy constantly. Now's the time to stop the crash. It's time to rebuild your foundation. If anything in this has landed, the front door is a 90-minute triage audit. This is a system diagnostic with me, and we will look at your exact daily routine, locate the structural leaks, and map out the blueprint to reactivate your highest level of performance. The link to book your triage audit is in the description, but it's also at coachkuz.com/briefing. Let's reclaim your power. I am Acusio Bivona, and I'll see you in the trenches.